Good morning, happy Friday. I opened up today saying congratulations. And so some of you guys are thinking, I wonder who Scotty is congratulating. So let's do this. Let's take a big drink of our water or our coffee. Hopefully you've taken a big drink of your water and hopefully you've had some. My man Ricardo, what's up, my brother? You know what? Here's the thing. I'm saying congratulations to everyone out there because even if it's not your real Friday, congratulations. You made it to the end of the week. We tend not to think about that. Or maybe sometimes we do. You know, it's like, thank God it's Friday. I got through it. Sometimes we don't. I don't think we do this. I don't think we congratulate or reflect or just give ourselves a couple attaboys on accomplishing things. And then starting on this, like accomplishing little things. So let's kind of put that out there. Let's say that you're a parent, all right? Big shout out to you moms out there. Hey, Kathy. Right, big shout out to you moms out there, dads out there. You guys are getting your kids ready for school. We're back in school, right? This whole week we're back in school. So, you're making breakfast. You're kind of helping getting lunches going. You dads, you moms getting up really early before everybody in the house just to make sure that your day is all set to go and you take care of everybody. And then you go ahead and you start taking care of yourself. For the students out there, you're going to school, you're back. Maybe some of you guys are back in school. I know some of you guys are off to the end of January, but you guys are, for you high schoolers, right? You high schoolers, you guys are back in school. It's been a long break, but here you are. You're back in your first week, which tends to be a hard time for people because they got used to sleeping in, not really kind of doing too much stuff. And now you're back in doing a lot of stuff, getting ready and kind of doing your education, learning. Learning's hard, right? We all know that learning's hard. So that's a hard one. Really anybody out there, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of put this out there. All of you guys, I just want to congratulate you. I said it a little bit earlier, but I just want to congratulate you guys for making it to today. You decided to wake up. You decided to get up and do your thing today. You decided that, hey, today's important enough to me to accomplish something. But you got to the end of the week, So I really encourage you. I really encourage you guys to start writing stuff down. Like, what did you do this week? What was awesome this week, If I was to say, hey, so-and-so, how was this week hard? We totally could do that. We could totally bring up stuff and feel like overwhelmed, or we would had a bad meeting, or we had a bad interaction with a friend, or maybe not even a friend. Maybe you're a business owner, maybe it was a client. Had a bad interaction. Like that stuff's easy to come up with, right? That's super easy. For some reason, I don't understand why it is. Maybe some of you like psychologists out there could bring this up. Is why is it so easy for us to think about the negative and not really acknowledge the positive, right? So that's a question. That's a question to kind of put that out there and see what lingers, But if you're watching, right? If you could just write one thing that you're thankful about this week, do that, right? Couple reasons. You're pulling it out of yourself, right? So you're doing the work, thinking about it long enough. So let's say that one of your wins. Let's see, one of your wins. So here's one of my wins. Is on Wednesday, my daughter turned 10. Right? I got a 10-year-old daughter. That's a mind-blowing thing on itself. But you know what we did is I had a big day on Wednesday, which is her birthday. So the day before, I took her out and we went out and had lunch together. And when we work and we're trying to make rent and we're trying to make bills and we're really working for a certain thing. The thing that we can't buy is you can't buy that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, when you go out and you hang out with a buddy, let's say you just go out to the park, or you go out for a walk, or you go out and fish, or you go out and, I don't know, shoot guns, I don't know, whatever you do with your buddies, your boys, with your girls, whatever, you can't buy that stuff. Like, you can't buy the genuine part of it, you know what I mean? So, as we start to just reflect, you know, like, what are your wins? What are your wins? Like, what was your big thing this week? You know, maybe it's just one thing. Those are good things to reflect on, you know, because so quick and so fast, you know, everything's moving, you know, especially if you're a mom or a dad, especially if you're a business owner. Like, I fall to this a lot, is I don't celebrate the small wins. Because there are small wins in everything that we do. So, you know, maybe it's the, let's see, so it's Friday, maybe you made a couple days into the gym. Maybe you made it to the gym a couple times. If you're the one that are like, oh, I only made it in once. Hey, you made it in once. Right on. Heartfelt and felt memories. But just think about it, you know, like, I'm going to go out to lunch with a friend today. You know what I did? You know why I'm going out to lunch with a friend today? Because we put it in the calendar. He's a business owner, I'm a business owner, and I was like, hey, why don't we go have some lunch? So we put it in our calendar. You know, that's going to be another win for the week. You know, I like doing stuff with my oldest, Elijah, and I love doing stuff with my youngest, Maddox. You know, I like just going to the store together. You know, silly things, right? You're gonna go do some stuff, but like going on car rides, you know, going on little like mini adventures. I say like mini adventures. I say, hey Max, you want to go on an adventure? He's like, yeah. And then we go and we do something that's super boring to him. But what he doesn't realize is those are memories that we're creating, even though he doesn't realize it right now. But, you know, like little stuff, you know, like walking the dog, you know, like that's you time, you know. If you're used to having a lot of you time, good job, Stacy. Good job today. So, shout out to my friend Stacy. She woke up, really doubted if she should show up to the gym this morning. Even to the point where she got to the gym, she's like, I don't know, maybe I should show up at noon. Right, we had that conversation, right, Stace? We had that conversation, but she stayed and she did some work. So, like, that's a huge win, and you did it 4 times in the week. Awesome. So, you know, reflection is huge. And so, as some of you guys just chime in, I'm just setting huge shout-outs to you guys and congratulations for making it to the end of the week, for making it to Friday. You know, you're making it to the weekend. Like, what are you going to do? How are you going to celebrate? You know, how are you going to do this? You know, and some people think, like, to celebrate, like, well, shoot, man, I got to go someplace. Or, shoot, man, I got to go and do this adventure. Or, you know, I need to go and, you know, whatever. You can sit and chill out at your house. That's a celebrating thing to do. And you're like, well, Scott, it's not very activity driven. I'm like, you're right, it's not. Doesn't mean you have to sit on the couch all day, but just being home, right, can be super relaxing. So if you ask my wife, Katie, I love going and doing stuff. Love it, right? But I also love just chilling at the house. I love staying home. I just love being there, you know? And if it's, oh shoot, I just thought of a chore that I need to do. You know, maybe it's like cleaning the chicken coop, you know? Maybe it's just doing stuff. Like, that's called chilling out, you know? That's called, like, having a project, but that's, like, self-care stuff, you know? Like, how are you going to take care of yourself, you know? So, this is just something that I just brought up, that I was just thinking about today, is that it's hard to see the good when you feel like there's a lot of stuff on your shoulders, on your back, whatnot, and just stop, you know. And it's one of these things. This is something that, you know, one of my athletes that I'm working with, and a lot of athletes that I'm working with doing this, is take a deep breath and just smile. You know, take a deep breath and just smile. And that is super helpful when going through heavy stuff. It's super helpful just for normal day-to-day stuff. because it creates this little happiness in your body, especially when it gets stressful. Because when you get stressful, you're like, I'm about to shut down, and don't shut down. Don't shut down. So here we go, guys. It's Friday. I don't know, what time is it? All right, it's like 8:45. It's 8:45 on a Friday. Some of you guys are at work, right? Celebrate your day. Celebrate what you've accomplished. Celebrate the little things that eventually build up to the big things, and you'll be happy. You'll be accomplished. You'll feel accomplished. When we focus, you guys, when we focus on the little, small, positive things, it builds up into a big positive thing. And the big things that feel very, very heavy on us, that are trying to push us down, that are trying to discourage us, that are trying to kind of have us just kind of look into the like, well, it's kind of a sunny day, but I got all this stuff to do today, right? Stop with oh shoot, it's a sunny day. I love sunny days. And celebrate that, you know. So when the little things or the big things start to come in real like heavy, really kind of like Debbie Downer kind of stuff, don't show them any attention, you know. Don't show them any attention, meaning like don't entertain it. Don't entertain the part of, yeah, you're probably right. That probably is gonna happen, or you know what I'm saying? Like, don't even pay any attention, you know, because it's kind of like somebody coming to your face and just kind of whispering all these things to you or saying all these stuff to you that is not true. But then it's like we start believing it, right? And the reason why we start believing it, because ourself is the one that we trust the most, right? So then we think about it as truth. So as it starts to come in and you start to kind of doubt yourself, like, yeah, you're probably like, that's probably true, you know? And then on the last part, what I'll finish up with is like, I think that everybody starts to not feel authentic, like they're always they're kind of like trying to fake it to make it. Know that that's not true, and then know that you have everything that it takes that's inside of you to be successful. So when those little negative things start to pop in, push it away, and maybe like respond back with it, maybe with 1 to maybe 3 things that are like truths that are encouraging and that are truths of things that you are really good at. Okay, so hope you guys are having a good day, and then I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Can't push the button, not push it off.